Hey guys, and welcome back to Child of Eden. We move now to the next archive, which is, Richie?
Evolution.
Nice. I say evolution. You can tell which of us is cultured and educated.
Well, to be honest, it really doesn't matter.
No?
But yeah, Evolution is one of my favourite archives in the game. It's stunning. I think part of it is because it's got one of my favourite Genki Rocket songs of all time, which is called Starline.
Oh.
But also, it's just a really, really wonderful level. And as you can already tell, it's all about evolution and cells and growth, really.
And plants and flora.
Well, not quite plants and flora, no, that's mostly in beauty.
Ah, okay.
But yeah, this one's just stunning.
I will say, right off the bat, I probably should have mentioned this in part 1, if you want to, listen to these songs without us blathering over it, you can head on over to youtube.com/Hellfire Playthroughs. That's our non-com channel.
I would definitely recommend that if you want kind of the full sensation of how Child of Eden should be experienced. But obviously sometimes it is nice to have the explanation of what the hell's going on.
Yeah. God, it's like a Van Gogh painting mixed with Picasso.
I mean, the reason for that is because, as I mentioned right at the end of the last part, is this is all to do with synesthesia, which is, it's a medical condition, well, a neurological phenomenon, where the senses get mixed up, or you experience multiple senses at the same time.
So you hear what you smell, and smell what you see.
Yes, I mean, the main ones that this game deals with are things like chromesthesia, which is the association of sounds with colours. So I mean, that's like, people with synesthesia often have perfect pitch when it comes to music, because they can see the colour aids to help them identify notes or keys, which is really cool. And there's also so the way this game works is that every sound has a movement or a colour, every kind of sound links to that, and it's a wonderful thing to see. And it's probably the best example of synesthesia that you could probably ever show anyone.
I'm just blown away by the use of colour, honestly. I apologise if I have less than interesting things to say, but Jesus Christ.
Well, I mean, I think that is the way that most people would react to this game. Nobody, I think, really understands what it's about. I don't think many people ever really got it, and I think that's why it didn't necessarily sell very well.
Uh-huh.
I mean, how do you sell a game like this?
Pretty colours, J-pop, I don't know, man, just fucking ship the game, we're done.
Yeah. But it is just, it's wonderful. And I will defend it until the end of time, even if the main problem I have with it is its brevity. It's so short.
You could have, had some DLC, you saying?
Well, what I would have liked is another 5 archives, which basically double the length of the game.
Uh-huh.
So that would have taken it up to about 3 or 4 hours. Considering how many Genki Rocket songs there are out there, I think I just wanted more of this game. I love it so much that I just wanted to see more, have more archives. It just would have made my day.
Do you think if they made a sequel, would you like that the Genki Rockets would come back?
I would love for that to happen. I don't think it will. I mean, considering Child of Eden didn't do extraordinarily well, and considering the Genki Rockets aren't really together anymore. I mean, it's basically Yasuda Rei was the Genki Rockets because she was the front woman.
It's kind of like Beyonce and Destiny's Child, then.
Yeah, I mean, obviously you've got the techie people behind it, which was Tetsuya Mizuguchi, a guy called Kenji Tamai. But outside of that, you've not really got a whole lot going for them. I mean, I'm sure Yasuda Rei would happily go back and do stuff with them, but it would just depend on whether that happened or not.
What, was it an amicable split then?
Well, I don't even know if it was a real split. She just sort of started her solo career.
Okay. Well, are we just going to ignore the, like, ethereal manta rays?
We're not going to ignore them because they are so wonderful, but there is something even better coming than kind of ethereal space manta rays.
Oh, I think I know what that is, actually. That's the one clip of this game I've seen.
It's easily one of the most magical bits of the game. It really is.
Now, you know, I've got on medication recently, which kind of numbs my brain a little bit. So, to see this kind of thing and have it pierce through, like, the numbness of, you know, the medication itself is kind of wonderful.
Well, I'm glad it can actually help.
Yeah. It's very calming, it's very soothing.
It is, just, it's wonderful. That, like, I'm going to be saying it so many times throughout this playthrough.
Yeah, if my catchphrase, well, was indeed, riches is wonderful.
But yes, we have the wonderful space whale. And you can hear kind of Starline starting to creep through. And it's just going to keep building and building and building until we get to kind of the climax of the archive.
Yeah, you blast that space whale back, Nick.
I think when I was looking at like the preview footage for Child of Eden, I'm pretty sure that it was this archive that sold me on the game. You can probably tell why.
Well, it's a space whale, what more do you want? I think about things in very simple terms compared to you.
It's just a vibrant joy. I mean, I think the main thing that I adore is that it does that whole musical thing of just layering and building up to an incredibly satisfying conclusion.
Did it just, like, become part butterfly?
Well, yes, it's evolving.
Okay, probably should have seen that coming.
Don't worry, your brain's going to be blown even more in a minute.
Oh man, have to double the dose.
Yeah, I whenever I get to this bit, I'm just sort of jamming out every single time.
I can't imagine you jamming out somewhere.
You'd be surprised.
Yeah, I would.
Yes, I think we are nearly there. The space whale is kind of sparkling, more so than it was before, and it's going to have its final evolutionary state.
Oh, it's not going to become a star, is it?
No.
Come on, don't leave me in suspense here, Space Whale. Oh my god. It's a phoenix?
Yep. Now, I have to say, this isn't the best run of this Phoenix that I have ever done. I think I sort of had a bit of a blank on how I deal with it. The main thing is that you octolock the little kind of red pustules on its body and make sure to constantly do octolocks. It's so easy on this boss. But it's just... this entire sequence just blows my mind every single time, and I love it.
I was about to say, why are we fighting the phoenix? And I realised, oh, it's corrupted with a virus.
Yes, so we're purifying it. This is just like one of those insanely magical video game moments that you just never forget. I mean, like, also like the sound that you get when you destroy the kind of purple tracer bullets. It's just that chime. Just, ah.
It's nice to hear you gasm about stuff you like. Man, look at those backgrounds, never mind the phoenix.
Yeah, it's just... it's a visually stunning game. I mean, I wish that I could kind of like record in HDMI, because there's a slight kind of fuzz that you're probably experiencing by virtue of me recording on component cables. So imagine seeing this at like full, I don't know whether it can do 1080p, but imagine it at 1080p.
Well, you've done your best here, and you gave us 60 frames per second as well, so thank you very much.
But just... oh, this entire sequence.
Luby, tell that Phoenix to keep it down and behave.
100% purification.
A refreshing breeze fills your lungs, transformation begins again.
Yep. It just oh.
Wow, Euphoria bonus of 10,000.
Yep, that's... well, basically you get... well, it's 100,000 actually.
Oh, well... medication, I swear.
But yeah, that's the type of reward that you get for beating the level with all bits of Euphoria. So if you are wanting to get the higher rankings, that is your best way of doing it.
I like how it displays all the stuff you unlock like a firmware update. That's kind of great. Okay guys, we'll see you next time for part 3 of the Child of Eden playthrough. Bye for now.